They get your Passover garments, and that.
Nathan's doing all those things for money.
Yeah.
What he does is you got to pay to get down there. You got to pay for the hotel, but he has a deal with the hotel, and let's say it works out. It's $150 a head. Well, it's $350 for each person or whatever. So he'll give the hotel their money, and he'll take the rest. That's why he went on that boat. And when he was doing that video, the last video, he said, "How many of y'all going to this thing? That boat thing where they're climbing up mountains and shit." And only women raised their hands up. It was a few men. He said, "No men are going?" Because men ain't into. They into trying to. They're pushing his word, man. It was women that was all into. And then he showed the women on the boat. You know, they were on a big luxury ship. Mosai didn't tell the disciples to look. Go take your followers on a goddamn cruise, man. He did that because he got a goddamn deal going, man.
Yeah.
It's $150 a head. He gonna charge him $300, so he'll make the $150 a head, and then the boat will make $150 a damn head, man. He is about money, man, and that's what attracted you clowns to him in the first place, man. Cause he's all shined up, and glamorous. But he can't. Hey, that shake is getting his ass. Yeah. Now the next video you might see him without the shake because he went and got a $10,000 pill.
Yeah, cut. But a lot of you guys ain't got. Well, we're gonna read this. 1 Timothy 6:19. You don't have a foundation. That's why you're getting caught up in these doctrines. Because when them demons come by way of them wayward doctrines, y'all crumble, man. Because you, like Yahweh Shah said in Matthew, because you were not founded upon a rock, right? 6:19, 1 Timothy's, laying up and store for themselves a good foundation. That's the brothers that come in this truth sincere, and they study the scriptures, and they pray. And a lot of you guys don't pray to the Lord daily, every day, all throughout the day. You don't be praying to the Lord. So the presence of the Lord is not with you to shield you. And that's why that's a part of your foundation too. Against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. A lot of you guys, when this shit pop off, you're going to get caught up in it too, because you don't have a foundation. So when the time comes for the chip, and when they start grabbing people up and martial law, and they say, look, you're going to take the chip, or you're going to go over here in this camp, you guys ain't going to know what to do. Oh, yo, what should I do, man? I don't know. I mean, the elders said don't take the chip, but if I don't take it, man, my kids, you guys going to bug out, man. You're going to bug out. Some of you going to literally bug out. Some of you going to relent and take the chip. Look, man, I got to do what I got to do, man. See, man, the elders don't know my kids got to eat. You know? See? That's when we're going to know. 20, right? O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. See that? I'm going to read it again. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. What's this? This knowledge. You brothers by the elders and apostles, this truth by way of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, this truth was committed to your trust. This knowledge, the right teachings, teaching the right way. Okay? Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. The earth is flat. Look, Esau said this, and I think the earth is really flat, and this, that, or Project Bluebeam. I really think that the sun and the moon and the stars is really Project Bluebeam. I don't know.
If I may say something real quick, man. Yeah, and you know what, man? And that's disrespectful, man. That's disobedient to your parents. You know?
Yeah.
That's hey, the script. Yeah, man, I got to say it that way because the scriptures speak about eating in an unworthy manner, man. You know? That's like just being a nigga, man. Here it is, you got the apostles, the elders that the Lord set up, and they done taught you all these great things in the scriptures, who the hell you are and everything, just for you to sit there and you know, 2 years later, a couple years later, look, I think that's wrong. You know? And then there's simplicity most times, man. You know, the simplest things, man, the earth being flat. Really, man? 2016 here is the Lord about to send them missiles here, nigga. You talking about the earth being flat, man.
Yeah,
that's disrespectful, man. The scriptures speak about being disobedient to parents, you know? So, I mean, we ain't surprised because we know that, you know, that this is going to happen. But you would figure that brothers would know, and it proves what the apostles are saying, is that niggas look at this thing as the Oscars, the lamb dinner and everything. Because you would figure if you was in the right spirit, you'd be really around the Passover time. You should be nervous, man. You should be fearing.
Yeah.
Because you know that's when the Most High brings that besom of destruction through, man. Niggas mostly get clipped during the Passover season, man.
Yeah,
Israel was trembling, man.
Even though the destruction didn't come their way, the Egyptians, now, because I did a video on it, the Egyptians, the scripture said there was a loud cry in Egypt the night of that Passover. And they weren't crying because they were having sex. They were crying because they were getting jacked up. And the Israelites that were separate from them, they were being shielded from it, but they were trembling, man. Because they were hearing those cries, those lamentation. It's just like if you are in a crowd and all of a sudden you hear somebody go, ah! You know, at first you're going to be nervous. You know, what the hell's going on? Then when you find out what's going on, then you'll be more at ease. You know?
The last verse on this, right? Because this is what it is. 1 Timothy 6:21, which some professing have erred concerning the faith. Grace be with thee. Amen. Right? That's see, brothers have erred concerning the faith because they didn't have a foundation. And they gave over to these vain and profane Babylons. And that's why it says, which some professing, meaning brothers that feed into that bullshit, have erred concerning the faith. So as we have right now in Great Millstone, guys are bugging out, erring concerning the knowledge. You believing in all this stupid, trivial bullshit, which is trivial, man. What does that got to do with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua delivering us out of here, man? Salvation of the elect of Israel. What does that got to do with Esau going down? What does that got to do with America being destroyed? They got nothing to do with that, man. Like they made a movie, Much to Do About Nothing. Right? That's what it is. It's much to do about nothing. Yeah. That was a Shakespearean play, right? Yeah. So that's what it is. The earth is flat. I think the sun and the star and the moon is Project Bluebeam. I think this and that. I think this, that, and the other. You understand what I'm saying? And you ain't nothing but a baby, man. You ain't been around long enough to really understand the true depths of this truth. And a lot of you guys haven't really been tested yet, man. You haven't really been tested yet. Okay? You have not even, and when I say tested, meaning your faith hasn't really been tested. And that's why when some of you guys do catch a little bit of hell, what happened, man? You fall off. That's why you had guys writing GMS in the main camp. Guys that came to us and said, we was watching the video earlier, me and Elder Sakaran's house, some videos that Apostle Tahar had did recently. And we had one particular cat, and we used to call him Snoop Dogg. He was shaky and weird. He didn't have no foundation. He got kicked out. Then the Spirit brought him back in, but then he fell off again because he didn't have no foundation. The dude came to me and told me, yeah, brother, you in the truth, right? When you learn this truth, you find yourself. You find everything. But the homeboy told me, look, Elder, I got to take some time to go find myself. That dude's gone. Go find himself. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? Then he became a rapper, which the scriptures talk about them damn rappers, man. What's that scripture, man? A fool multiplieth words. You know what I'm saying? Like Killer Priest, a.k.a. Jeremiah, man. He sold his soul. He fell off. And the reason Jeremiah, Killer Priest, fell off is because I'm talking about back. He went and got down with Wu-Tang because he had no foundation. He had no foundation. That's why he fell off and then went and sold his soul.
But he thinks he's still in the truth. When he rolled up on them brothers in L.A., they said they cursed him. They put a curse on him, and he knew. He said, "These guys are cursing me, man. I can't believe this shit." So he turned around and cursed him back in the name of Yahushua. But did he not realize? Somebody get me Matthew's 7:21. You might want to start a verse above or below that. Hold up, Bob. Hold up, Bob.
Come on, brother. Just give it up, man. You're not in the truth. We're telling you, you're not in the truth. Okay?
Yeah, but he gonna call on the name of Yahushua, and then you got them clowns making comments that how you gonna get on Karl May, Killer Priest, like he's some great leader, man. That's why I don't give a flying fuck about the 2/3, man. All you other Israelite groups, you concerned about the 2/3. I ain't concerned about no goddamn 2/3. Hey, Floyd Mayweather, fuck him too, man. This dude is committing adultery right now. He got this young chick, 19 years old. It looked like Miss Jackson, and she, you know, this dude was dealing with this woman was dealing with a dude, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna borrow your woman. I'm gonna take her around the world." You know, and the dude was young. Oh, go ahead. Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. He when they was on that going around the world tour, he was popping it, and you can see she was a damn hoe, man. I put in so hey, you a miserable guy, man. You know, Floyd, you're a miserable dude. You figure you got all that goddamn money, you worth supposedly $500,000, you know, and you still miserable, man. That's why most you niggas, when you come in, you niggas in the NBA and the NFL, most you niggas drop dead early. You know, you're depressed. And mainly you lose your goddamn money because you don't know how to act. See, Esau knows how to act with money, man. Esau coming to money ain't no thing with him, man. He knows how to invest it, turn around. You niggas are just blowing it because you're depressed. So you figure if you spend, it's like a new drug until you got nothing more to spend. Look, Mayweather, you getting ready to go down, man. Okay? Even though we go for you in the fights and shit, that's why you talking about coming back, because you're miserable, man. You're miserable. You haven't grown up. You haven't grown up, man. Okay? And we getting on every goddamn body, man. Polite finally made it. He's rubbing elbows with white people. He's doing lectures and shit. That's what he always wanted, man. He don't give a flying fuck about that black consciousness bullshit. It's all about money. And these jakes are finding out that black consciousness shit is all full of shit. But the ones you that stay with them guys, guess what? You can die with them guys too. Most I gonna get you. Okay?
You said Sarnetta was shopping for?
Trying to be happy, man. Yeah. Sarnetta went to the was it the what do you call it? No. To get the car. He went to the dealership, the Mercedes dealership. Why? Because you're not happy with a regular car. Even King Nobel says a car or a vehicle gets you from point A to point B. Why would you got to get a $100,000 car? Because you don't feel, you depressed.
You don't feel validated.
Yeah.
That's why a nigga needs an Oscar, man. They can do all the acting that they can make 100 movies. Top actor and never get an Oscar, he ain't feeling right unless the white man bestows him with a goddamn Oscar. And that goes back to the Egyptian god Ptah, you know, because that's how Ptah was standing. You know what I'm saying? That's Ptah. So you really worshiping Ptah, you dummies.
Like Denzel. He done made all the movies that he did prior to getting the Oscar. He made some. That was some acting. You know what I'm saying? The Malcolm X. The Hurricane Reuben, he should have got that so-called Oscar back. That was top acting. Glory, whatever, man. Come on. He's still hailed as this great actor. But like Apostle Dawes said, when he won that Oscar, man, you know, for Training Day, you could see, he felt like, hey, I finally got my validation.
He got validation from the so-called white man. And that's why if I was an actor in the mind state that I'm in, they'd make me a nominee, I wouldn't even show up, man. And then if I won, I'll have some guys, you know, Tahar couldn't show up to the Oscars, so we sent somebody to pick the Oscar up. You know what I'm saying? The guy pick it up, hey, Tahar said thanks. Walk off, man. But you niggas don't feel good unless the so-called white man validates you. You don't feel right, man. You don't feel right, man. You know?
Hey, when that show, Marlon Brando was kind of like on a little bit of a level, man. He did it.
Fuck Marlon Brando too. He's a faggot. Fuck him, man.
A fat faggot.
Hey, man, that guy was so goddamn depressed. He was on an island in Tahiti. Now that's a dream. You got to be a multi-gazillionaire to have an island and shit. You know they had to damn put a padlock on the refrigerator, man. You know he used to escape out of his house to run to the McDonald's. They were throwing. He was a little kid, man. He died miserably, man. The dude looked like the planet Earth, you know.
Not flat. All right, this is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. That fire is a nuclear fire. You know, so if...
That's them nuclear bombs, man.
And then the chariots, too. Because when Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to be zapping. He's going to put the wappo zappo on certain individuals, man. They're going to be running down the street, and all of a sudden, kayow! You know, that concentrated fire come from the chariot and zap them, man.
Like in the Tom Cruise movie, War of the Worlds, when the chariots came, yeah, and that's in the scriptures. That's in the Apocrypha, man. That's in the Apocrypha, man. I believe the 13th chapter. Yep, it is in the 13th. That's scriptural. When the missiles are going to be destroying this place, hitting it, but the chariots are going to come and they're going to be shooting laser beams out the chariot. So Esau knows that, man, because in the movies they show you the so-called UFOs shooting the laser beams. It's in the scriptures.
It says in Psalm 91, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold the reward of the wicked. And that's not just talking about Esau. That's talking about wicked Israelites. So we're going to see Edomites getting jacked up and blasted, and we're going to be seeing Jake getting blasted.
Yeah, because we always talk about the missiles, but, you know, rarely do we talk about Yahweh Shai being in those chariots, and the angels, too, shooting fire on people. You know, and that's a horrific way to die, too. Isaiah 66 and 15, it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And that fire, that's concentrated fire. It ain't just, spread fire, but concentrated, like a laser beam fire.
And that's why them people in that Tom Cruise movie, they were turned into powder.
Yeah. There's I was watching this video, 5 Unexplained Mysteries. There was this guy, I forgot where he was, and the chariot came over him, and the chariot blasted him with fire. But the fire burnt like little spots on his chest. And later he died from it. All his life he was suffering from that, and then he died from it. And if I find the clip, you'll see it in post-production. And when you look at the guy's chest, it looks like little spots on his chest. Yeah, concentrated fire. That's what radiation is, you know? So going back to the scripture, that's why the scriptures say the Lord's power is terrible, man.
Like in the Superman movie, when they had he was shooting the laser beam. That was the so-called laser beam out of his eye. You know, Superman 2, when he was, and the other guys, when they would hit the laser beam, like it was like a fire. You know what I'm talking about in Superman 2, that it was concentrated fire. Even General Zod and them, because they were shooting the laser beams and they was just testing to see what their powers was. And they was burning the wood. It was burning. It was like, so that proved that it's fire.
Yeah, concentrated fire.
That's what a laser beam is.
Yeah. Anyway, Isaiah 66:15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Those are the other so-called UFOs. To render his anger, so he's going to come back angry. To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So what is that flames of fire? That's the fire that's going to come out those chariots. Zapping people, like I said, you know, the wappo zappo. For by fire and by his sword, what's his sword? That concentrated fire, right? Will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the